Hello everyone, welcome to our video on the PMP certification exam. Today we will discuss 5 questions related to financial mathematics and operations research. We will analyze each question and explain why the given answer is correct. Let us begin. You are using straight-line depreciation to compute the value of your computer after 3 years. If the current cost is $1,000, what will be the value after 3 years assuming that the computer's life is 5 years? A. $0. B. $400. C. $500. D. $600. Answer: straight-line depreciation evenly distributes the cost over the useful life of the asset. Since the useful life is 5 years and 3 years have passed, there is a total of 2 years left to depreciate. To calculate annual depreciation, we divide the initial cost by the useful life, $1,000/5 equals $200 per year. After 3 years, the accumulated depreciation would be 3 years x $200 equals $600. So the value of the computer after 3 years would be: initial value, accumulated depreciation equals $1,000 to $600 equals $400. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, $400. During a company event, you had the opportunity to talk to a colleague project manager. He told you that in his current project actual costs are 15% under cumulated costs budgeted for today. What do you think? The information given to you by the colleague is not sufficient to assess project performance. The project will probably be completed with total costs remaining under budget until the end. A significant cost increase during the further course of the project will probably bring the costs back to baseline level. Original cost forecasting and budgeting for the project must have been poor to allow this variance. Answer: the information provided by the colleague is not sufficient to evaluate the performance of the project. Explanation: although it is encouraging that actual costs are below the cumulative budget, we cannot draw definitive conclusions about project performance from this information alone. Future costs may increase, which could bring the project back to budget level. Additionally, the fact that actual costs are below budget does not necessarily indicate that initial project planning was poor. Other factors, such as efficiency in project execution or changes in requirements, could have contributed to this variation. Therefore, the correct answer is the option: the information given by the colleague is not sufficient to evaluate the performance of the project.
Using of which of the following contract types will cause the seller to have the most risk? A. Fixed price. B. Cost reimbursable. C. Time and materials. D. Cost plus a percentage of cost.
Answer: option B, cost reimbursable. Explanation: in a cost reimbursement contract, the seller assumes the risk that project costs will exceed the budget. This is because the seller will be reimbursed for all costs incurred, plus an additional fee. Therefore, if project costs increase, the seller will absorb most or all of that excess. In contrast, in a fixed-price contract, the seller has less risk, since the agreed price is maintained regardless of the actual costs of the project.
Which of the following would you be the least concerned about? A. Financial control procedures. B. Organizational culture and structure. C. The proposed budget. D. Marketplace conditions, i.e., currency exchange rates, products, and services available. Option C. The proposed budget. Explanation: the proposed budget is a fundamental part of cost management, so it should always be a major concern. However, compared to the other options, you may have less direct control over the proposed budget compared to other factors, such as financial control procedures, organizational culture and structure, and market conditions. These latter factors may more significantly influence cost management and would therefore be of greater concern in terms of potential impact on the project. You are working on a project to build a bridge. You have reached the planned halfway mark. The total planned cost at this stage is $500. The actual physical work that has been completed at this stage is worth $400. You have already spent $1,000 on the project. What is the schedule variance? A. Minus 100. B. 100. C. Minus 600. D. 600.
The schedule variance, SV, is calculated by subtracting the earned value, EV, from the planned value, PV. In this case, the planned value, PV, is $500 and the earned value, EV, is $400. So, SV equals EV, PV equals $400 to $500 equals minus $100. Therefore, the correct answer is option A, minus 100.